With Sweetpea building towards its conclusion, episode 5 had some of the show's biggest reveals yet, including Rhiannon taking her third life. After Rhiannon became a killer in Sweetpea's opening episode, both her personal and professional life changed drastically. Although she has become more confident and social than ever, the protagonist has also spent a lot of time covering her tracks, adding even more stress to her already chaotic life. Trying to maintain a healthy work-life balance while keeping her secret buried has become harder and harder, which episode 5 perfectly highlighted, especially with Marina's suspicions growing stronger. Having failed to kill Julia in Sweetpea episode 3, Rhiannon has kept her former bully tied up in her garage while attempting to figure out what to do with her, and the show's penultimate episode continued these struggles. However, against all odds, the two started bonding and opening up to one another, creating an unlikely chemistry between them. Their conversations led to some major reveals, but episode 5 had plenty of other dramatic moments, such as Marina's investigation intensifying alongside Rhiannon claiming yet another life, creating an intense build-up to Sweetpea's finale. 11. Julia has a search party looking for her. The town has come together to help look for Julia. Rhiannon, Ella Purnell, standing at a bus stop in Sweetpea episode 5. Episode 5 kicked things off with a major reveal right away, as the series showed there was a search party looking for Julia. With the real estate agent still missing at the end of Sweetpea episode 4, the town has come together to try and find her, which Rhiannon naturally isn't too fond of. Pamphlets, posters, and even bus stop messages all spread the word about Julia's disappearance, highlighting just how popular she is among the community. Alongside appealing for information, the messages all mention a gathering at Carncham's community center to help look for Julia, which Rhiannon attends later in the episode. Despite how much the protagonist resents her former bully, it's clear Julia has plenty of loved ones who want to see her return home, making Rhiannon's life even more difficult. Although she may have managed to avoid much suspicion so far, the publicity around Julia's missing status makes it even more apparent for Rhiannon to find a solution to her ongoing problems. 10. Marcus is the police's top suspect. Outside Marina, the police seem to believe Marcus kidnapped Julia. Marcus, Dino Kelly, holding a knife in front of Julia, Nicole Leckie, in Sweetpea episode 5. Despite Marina believing Rhiannon could be the one responsible for Julia's disappearance and the previous murders, the rest of the police force doesn't seem convinced. Instead, they are confident Marcus is the most likely suspect, as Diana St. John asks Marina to investigate him. The fact that Marcus waited to report Julia missing and was at the club during the night of the first murder are the main factors contributing to the force's suspicions, but Diana also claims, "It is always the boyfriend, isn't it?" showing the unprofessional approach she's taking to the case. If the police were to find out about Marcus' history of abuse, it would make him look even more guilty, giving Rhiannon a better chance of getting away with her crimes. Even though Marina's hunch about Rhiannon is correct, she can't properly act on it with the police certain Marcus is involved, showing how fortunate the protagonist is that the law enforcement has seemingly already made their minds up on the culprit. 9. Marina's boss is dismissive of her, much like Norman was to Rhiannon. Marina was shot down by her boss when suggesting Rhiannon could be the killer. Ingrid Oliver as Di St. John sitting at her desk in Sweetpea episode 5. In addition to having the wrong suspect, the police are also completely neglecting Marina's theory that Rhiannon could be involved. Much like the protagonist, Marina's ambitious ideas are shot down by her boss, who essentially believes she should stay in her lane. When Rhiannon tried to become a reporter in Sweetpea episode 1, she was dismissed by Norman, who didn't feel she was the right fit. While Rhiannon eventually managed to convince him to give her a chance after her darker side gave her more confidence, Marina hasn't found that same success. Diana told her to investigate Marcus and drop her suspicions about Rhiannon at the start of episode 5, but Marina didn't listen. She instead got a lead that could link Rhiannon to the case and continued gathering more evidence, but this only led to Diana scolding her while her colleagues watched on. It's clear she isn't valued at her job despite being good at it, and with the episode highlighting her work-based struggles, Marina may not be that different from Rhiannon after all. AJ and Rhiannon's relationship is completely different after the pub incident. The chemistry between the two has taken a big impact. AJ, Callum Lynch, and Rhiannon, Ella Purnell, looking at someone in Sweetpea episode 5. Having developed some great chemistry from the moment they first met, Rhiannon and AJ have become close friends, but their relationship took a big hit after Craig interrupted their pub quiz in the previous episode. While AJ never confessed to having feelings for Rhiannon, it seemed like there was potentially a romantic spark on his side, but Craig's arrival announcing his sexual history with Rhiannon made things incredibly awkward. The tension is still present in episode 5, as AJ checks in on the protagonist after she calls in from work but makes it clear Norman sent him. Later, they are forced to work together while covering Julia's search party, and while things seem normal at first, their relationship once again takes a turn. After Rhiannon has an uncomfortable confrontation, AJ tries to comfort her, but she is quick to dismiss him. AJ then follows up and asks about her past with Julia, prompting Rhiannon to snap and storm off. Even if there was no romantic relationship on the cards, it felt like AJ and Rhiannon could at least be friends and co-workers, but their dynamic in Someone's Been a Naughty Girl now suggests otherwise.